Order, order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm back. Last time we did the summation examination. We went through a whole bunch of jury talking and we found some new information that could probably help Gina. This time, we're just resuming the proceedings, as the judge says. So yeah, let's press the button right now. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. Oh, great. We're back to Mario and Luigi. Yeah, they're sweating. And Gregson's still there now. Oh boy. I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination. Or summation examination. I keep on saying it wrong. Yeah, Governor. I did, Gov. I did. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Core blimey. This is going to be hard work, is it now? Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windy Banks. Well, it was bedlam soon as, weren't it? It was, Nash, it was. It didn't even have time to pull me dukes out and me Lucy lockets. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Court, blimey! On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We never done nothing of the sort. How'd you figure that out? Look at them looking like shocked, like with their mouth agaped, like idiots. You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. And breaking their skulls, Jesus Christ. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day. Wow, saying that while crushing glass, Van Zieks. You still haven't lost your touch. Love this game. Love this man. Oh, they're shocked now. Look at that jiggle on his face. A thought worth pondering, perhaps. See no more, Gov. We hear ya. We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach. Peach? Like Princess Peach? You gotta love her, don't you? What am I talking about? I'm losing my mind. Illegal entry, the whole truth. Okay. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we were rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshots. See, made us both jump and all this stuff went flying. Lumi didn't have give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter come out at the door and get us next. We stuck everything back at where we found it and scarpered straight into him in the black. We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we? No, okay. So you admit that the defense's accusation... You did indeed ransack Mr. Windybank's countertop on the night in question. Not ransack, Governor, no. That's right, Nash, that's right. It's more like, we tidied up. Yeah. What, Van Zieks? You look like you're about to hurl. Are you okay? You need a Pepto-Bismol? You need to use the bathroom? More wine? No? Sorry. By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all. We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't make up a sound a bit more cutthroat? It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Windybanks that night. There's more to their testimony that meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Also, Gregson has not said a single word. Are you okay, buddy? You okay? You're fine? They didn't hurt you? Your head is okay? Alright. Cross-examination time. Press everything. Alright, hold it. If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we? We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admit to something like that, would you think we was up to no good? Well said, Ringo. Me old China. We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble. And in fact, now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble. Ah, well then, that's rotten luck. Says the rotten apple eater. Oh, burn, bro. You should have said that out loud. Witnesses. Explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter? We never ransacked nothing. Right, Nash. We are right. More like we tidied the place up. Oh, I don't think you want to be messing with him. Sorry. It was, Hold it! Hold it. So what you're saying is that sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all these things off the counter. Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep its shirt on. Look, it was loud, right? But me dead granny would have woken up at the bang. Big Brav here screamed like a bloomin' baby and fell over on the counter. He knocked over a load of books and candlestick and some skull whatnot. That's got tangled in some marionette. What knocked over a picture frame. What knocked them scales on the floor. You've really mastered working quietly then. What a rocket! Me granny would have had scared back into her grave had a clatter like that. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And then, it was quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, bam! You okay, Gregson? You're stress eating again.
Excuse me!
Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. Oh, God. No, something to add about their testimony. You seemed to react just now when Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? It's probably nothing, of course. It wouldn't even bother him to mention it. Only, well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? Yeah, just save us the trouble, Gregson. Don't be hard. Do. As your music, though. As you know, we brought these fellows in the yard for a question last night, and the statement they gave them told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. They're just like, huh? I did it? You claimed you've heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have, does ring a bell now you mention it? Granted, it is only a minor detail, but still. I can't help feeling like perhaps we've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, fellows? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring this very harsh punishment to bear against them. Easy, easy. We'll get it right this time. That's it. Yep, it's all coming back to me now. Oh, he's angry. Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable mind, sirs. Right you are, Gov. Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Gimme that gun." Huh? Hold it! Hold it. What is going on here? So, in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously. We did, Gov, we did. Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the yelling and all that. If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, they reenacted it. Kind of thing. Okay. Okay. A career in acting tragically missed. Very nice. Theater much, huh? And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? 'Cause we could, from the other side of the door behind the counter it was. From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windybank. On me granny's life, of course it was. On his granny's life, of course it was. So that would mean that that you both knew Mr. Windybank, the sound and the sound of his voice. So that would mean what? What, Nash? Any ideas? Yes, counsel. Indeed, it would. Okay. Nah. We didn't know the geezer. How am I supposed to deny it when the bloke and all the fancy clubbers given in the evil eye? She's gonna... If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true. On me granny's life, it is. On his granny's life, it must be. It's a good job his granny's dead. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Woo. Oh, my God. You gotta chill, bro. To summarize, then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor. Yeah, you make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget, we tidied up after like good little boys. Anyways, the way I see it, the bloke we blah blah blah, holding a gun, so you could have just fired instead of yelling at the girl. Please was holding a gun. Wait a minute. How the hell do you know that statement when you we heard and he? Okay, we're probably gonna get to it. Hang on, I'm going ahead. You're saying that Mr. Windybank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, but there was a sight them two waving them guns at each other. It must have got pretty heated. I mean, we just before shouted out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't want to get shot." Didn't really sound like he meant it. Mind, in more of an empty threat, you could say. Mr. Windybank was known to keep a revolver in his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That someone being himself, of course. Good grief, extraordinary devotion, indeed if alarmingly misguided. Yeah, he tried to kill himself. In-game, I mean. Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only the person he was gonna shoot beat into it, cooked into goose proper. Bet he wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!" And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot. It was more or less, yeah, at the same time, Gov. Yeah, okay, they're doing, yep, the scenario again. Kind of thing, okay, yep. Yes, a carrier and acting very tragically missed. And they're doing this thing again. Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. Never before everything went dead quiet. After that, we done a slapdash job tidying the place up. Okay, well, they tidied up the place. That's great. Shooter came out of the door and get us next. Okay. So you didn't try to open the storeroom door then? Not on your life. It went deathly quiet. After that, it did. I put the wind right up me. But anyway, the door was locked, weren't it? No way that was open. Yes, of course, it was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe. I mean, you tried to open it. It was, Gov, it was, from the inside. Right, so we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we? Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Like through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps. Don't ring no bells, don't light no lights. We had to cut the run before we noticed anything like that. We're still cutting our teeth in this game, see? But one day... we'll really cut the mustard. Please cut it out. What is going on? This is like a whole circus going on in here. But as we know, behind the door was the victim's lifeless body, with the accused not 2 feet away. Yes, unfortunately. Gina was in there unconscious with the gun in her hand. To confirm, would it be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom? That's right, Gov, that's right. Couldn't have, even if we wanted to. We stuck everything back when we found it. Scapper straight into him in the back. Or in the black. In the back. Hold it! Dude, I'm sorry, I can't read shit nowadays. Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh, yeah, we was a bit hasty there. We was, Nash, we was. The truth was, be told, I was already shaking in like a leaf when you lot turned up. If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice. Good advice, miss. Good advice. Truth be told, me mind went totally blank. Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun into your hand. Okay, Iris, calm down. We get it. You're angry. Mental note made, miss. After that, we legged it down. Down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the copper summit, so they clapped the darbies on us, like winking. I love that term, clapped. Jesus. And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct? Well, yeah. But listen, that proves it, done it? We wouldn't have shot the pawnbroker. See, we never even had a chance to, did we? Hold it! Alright, this is the last statement. We're gonna hold it, and then I have to present something, I think. And why should we believe that? What? Well, 'cause it's true, isn't it? The place was totally empty, but when we went in, and at that time, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. Okay. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windybank. Correct? You got it, mister. Down to a T. So the Skulkin Brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windybank. Is that really true? I wonder, didn't they just say he had a gun? That's it. That's the full extent of their testimony.
What is it, Runa? You look very fierce. I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired.
Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. Yeah, well, you can pour me some tea. My throat hurts from voicing you. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. But I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something important. It is nothing more than a feeling, though. I've no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be very illogical at times.
Are illogical? Sorry?
People's expressions, the movement of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that in and your brain will quietly analyze it and to come up with a feeling like you described. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why. That's all. I think you should trust your instincts.
Iris, thank you. You're a good supporter. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Yeah, I'm very, very childish. Alright, knocked a few things over. Okay, let me just save. Sorry. Alright, anyway, so what do we have to present here? We have the gun. Gun belonging to the victim, Mr. Windybank, that Gina was holding when she found it unconscious. Firearm found in the possession of the Skulkin Brothers. A photograph of the victim found murdered in the storeroom, which was a single bullet in the wound back. Autopsy report. Let me see. I want to read this shit again. Occupation pawnbroker in the Baker Street. Time of death 1 o'clock to 1:30 a.m. Single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. No other visible signs of trauma. Instant death. Oh, instant death from a posterior-anterior bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diet. Okay, so instant death. Okay. Let's read this out. Just before we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." Then the bloke what owed the place holding a gun, so you should have had fired instead of yelling at the girl. Hang on a second. The guy was having... That makes no sense. Hang on a second. Gina was holding a gun, right? Yeah, Gina was holding a gun. The bloke what owned the place was holding a gun. Yup, bro.
Objection!
Oh wait, is that not it? Wait a minute, but it's... Gina was holding the gun. What implications, counsel? Nothing strikes me about it. I didn't read that before because I was too busy like wondering what the hell was going on. Exactly. There's nothing striking about it. What does strike me is your propensity for the inane, however. All right, well, shit. Oh man. We did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me the gun." The bloke what owned the place was holding a gun, so he should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Lumi didn't give half a fright. We was thinking the shooter might come to the door and get us next. We stuck everything back where we found it and scarpered straight into it and in the black. We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker. See, we never even had a chance, did we? Huh. I gotta present something, or unless we have to like go back to like a certain, because I remember okay, I don't have anything to present. So you said there's a couple of places where I could press again. This one, this one, or shit, where was it? Just before the gunshot. Give me that gun. Because these two statements clearly contradict each other. That one and that one clearly contradicts each other. So I'm gonna try going. No, where am I going? I'm going to try this one. I'm gonna press this one again. So in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshots almost simultaneously. We did, Gov. We did. Okay. I'm not gonna go through all that. It's this one then. The bloke holding the gun. Okay, let me try. I gotta try pressing everything. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to present something. But what the I thought it was the gun. Because... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Hang on. No, that's not it. Maybe I'm doing it. I'm thinking about it the wrong way. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. The bloke we was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl. Maybe I presented the wrong thing. Hang on. Let me present this picture. Because as you see in the photograph, there ain't no gun. So maybe it's this picture that I had to present.
Objection.
There you go. See, I'm not stupid. I'm just dumb. So you're saying... There we go. I was just pressing the wrong thing. That on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? That is, Gov. You got that picture? Yes, Nash. Yes, no question. And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windybank was not holding a firearm of any description. Eh? You what? Gordon Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection!
What do you mean object? It's in the proof. There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident, right? I would remind the court that Mr. Windybank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand. Yes, the only problem is... Yeah, that Molotool used the victim's gun to finish him off. Yeah, problem with that. Problem with that. Big old problem with that. Big old problem. We got a problem here, and it ain't me. Stay exactly where you are, right there. Oh yeah, they shot and they're just like, pose. If the crime had taken place as you've so colorfully described in your testimony, it would give rise to the undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out. Goodness, are you sure, counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend, but let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where's the proof that demonstrates the inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moments? Didn't the autopsy say he was shot from behind? Hang on a second. Where's the autopsy? Entered the body from the back! Yes! I do remember it saying from the back. Take that, you piece of shit! According to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe. Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. Ah, you're fucked. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Yeah! Grah! but it's the God's honest truth. It is, Nash, it is. When he was shot that night, the shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw it with our own bleeding eyes. Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windybank holding a gun? Some acted like that. It might have slipped out. So you saw it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw with their own eyes the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin Brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Nash, yeah. Alright, well. Order. Witnesses, explain yourselves at once. Well, the thing is, we're supposed to, Oh, he's calmly putting his hands on there. I'm scared. It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you. Oh, jeez, no, not in court. Van Zieks, buddy, listen, I like you too much to see you in jail. Don't do it. You have so much to live for. You guys are gonna die, and that's your own fault. Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies? I'm ever so sorry, Governor. To this, Cut it out, Nash. Cut it out. If we blab now, you know what he'd do to us. He? Who are you talking about? I'm losing my voice. Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available to you. Bruv, come on, the name's up. But, you'll have our guts for garters. In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out. On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place. And you know what? We'll do that next time on The Great Ace Attorney. Whoo boy! Danger is my middle name. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are great. And next time, on part 2 of the trial, we will see more testimony from these guys who cannot consistently stop lying. See you guys next time, and bye-bye. I'm deeply disturbed.